Fun. Hello everybody there on YouTube. This is President James of Northern Texas Traction Club, and I'm here with
Sam. I'm a member.
Yeah, we're out here in Van Osselin. Earlier today we finally got all the paperwork and the go-ahead set down to move the remains of interurban car 501, which as you can see is up here on the ramp just right there. I don't know if it's in frame or not. There it is, right there. Not to be confused with the other car that's way back there. We did not rescue that one. That one is still owned by the city, but we will be assisting in its restoration, thankfully.
Yes.
So what we're looking at right here, this is one of the anti-climbers. We actually don't know which one is which right now. We still got to go back and relabel them, but we're loading one and we're loading the other, and then we've got the back end and we've got the front cab end, because that's all that's left. The chassis was scrapped, the roof and the sides of the car were scrapped. The trucks that it sits on are actually just out of frame over here, but we don't need those for what we're doing with it. The main plan at the moment is to get it, what we have left is restored, put on display at either a museum or some kind of exhibit somewhere, and then apply for some other grants to get a new body fabricated for it, or heck, maybe even find an already existing car body to put them on and have that be trucked out over to somewhere out in McKinney, Texas.
Hopefully the parts can come from Texas we're looking for.
Well, take what we can get.
True.
But we want to keep as much of the original fabric that's left intact as possible. So we've actually rescued a lot of scrap wood that was out here in this, you can see it right here, is this huge trash bin. When they were taking it apart for restoration, there was a lot of rotted out wood that they couldn't use, so they put most of it over here, but we managed to get some of it and put it in here. It's just the old pieces. They're colored green, not from mold, but that's the actual paint that the color it's the paint color that the car used to be.
That's the first. You find wood with green, you think it's mold, but it's actually paint.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is just a little progress video. We hit a tiny snag when moving this, so we're just waiting on some extra hands to help show up. But until then,
we're getting there.
We're getting there. We've got all day to do this.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, we will get the ends and everything else fully restored by either the end of this year or early next year, and have them be hopefully put on display either in Plano or Lancaster. That's one of the plans. So that's what we're currently looking at. And right now, budgetary in terms of how much it's taken to move this, it's exceeding about close to $400 at present with the amount of people we've had to bring out, have everything else be done. But you know what? It's being done. Everything will be reimbursed at some point later on, so that will be something. And then after that, hopefully we'll have this thing all fixed up and ready to be put on display somewhere. It's a tiny step. I mean, it's not a full car, and it's not rolling anywhere, but you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, and we didn't send a man to the moon in 1 year. So I would consider what we're doing right now to be on track in terms of progress.
Pun intended.
Yes, pun fully intended.
And here's a quote from me: one thing at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time.
Yep. Anyway, thank you all for watching this quick little video. We know it's not as in-depth. There will be a fully in-depth video put up, the history of car 501, as well as all the pieces that have been rescued that we have, and all the plans and everything else. It's all typed out, and it's all been photographed highly to a very professional extent, thankfully. And everyone and anybody will be able to look at it upon request. And before you ask, yes, we did get all the paperwork squared away for all of this. So, no law breaking today.
No, just working.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you down the line in the next video.
Happy rails, folks.